Chapter 5. Just Because. Now, some of you may be hopeless romantics or never missed the chance to bring a smile to someone's face by remembering their birthdays, Valentine's Day, sweetest day for you Ohioans like me, Mother's Day, anniversaries, acknowledgments of any of the many red letter days throughout the year. Days and special occasions on which we express our appreciation with the ever faithful, never failing flower may only come a few times a year. However, what if we establish a sense of heartfelt practice of giving that special someone flowers just because, not just because it's a day when you're supposed to give flowers? The endearing act of giving flowers is not just limited to giving the physical flower or having them delivered. There are symbolic flowers too, and expressions that emote and resonate the same feelings, if not stronger. These flowers speak to the heart with a chorus that says, I recognize, I appreciate, I dedicate, I care, I love, I thank you, I celebrate you, I celebrate us, just because. Even a morning greeting to or a good night embrace of that loved one, parent or child, who you know is the air you breathe and without whom you could not live or be without, that's giving a flower. Believe it or not, that encouraging word to someone who feels as if there is no tomorrow elevates and uplifts his or her spirits and gives him or her a reason for being, a reason to carry on and not give up. You've given that person a flower. That smile to a child, youth, or a young adult that reinforces how proud you are of him or her and his or her efforts, and for at least trying and putting forth his or her best, that too is giving a flower. I am certain there are those who have crossed our paths throughout our lives, and we would give anything to hand them just one more flower if we could. Therefore, it is crucial and critical not to forego opportunities and moments to give flowers of kindness, congeniality, affinity, and affection through our actions, words, expressions, and sentiments, just because. More often, we need to make and take the time out of our busy lives and schedules to not just stop and smell the roses, but to pause, if just for a moment, to be a rose to someone else. Mainly because we never know what tomorrow holds or may bring. If I had known 22 years ago, when I was playing basketball on that sunny summer Wednesday afternoon with my younger brother Clint at age 19, that it would be the last time we would laugh and play together as a result of his untimely death 3 days later, I would have given him flowers that day just because. If I had known that the last time I saw my grandmother would be the final time I'd ever see her until her homegoing celebration, I would have given her flowers that day just because. If you take a real honest and reflective look back on your life, I am certain there is someone you wish you had given flowers to more often than you did, if you did at all, just because. Now, the message behind this passage is not meant to be a sad one, but one of awakening. It is simply meant to encourage you to be mindful that today, which God has blessed you to see, provides you with a new opportunity to not wait for a holiday to celebrate what someone means to you. Please, from this day on, do not take another precious moment above ground for granted, despite how busy, obligated, driven, consumed, stressed, or in survival mode you may be. Let's face it, in the final analysis of it all, each of us is simply a vapor, a passing mist in the eyes of God amongst an infinite universe that spans endlessly in every direction. Yet He knows what is on our plates and how much we can bear, just as He knows what we are faced with and are up against. He also lets us know that He loves us just because. After you read this chapter, reach out to someone with love and give that person flowers today, just because. If you are not in a position to purchase or deliver a flower, email, text, draw a picture of a flower with a crayon or a marker, or forward the image of a flower as a friend did for me after first reading this chapter. When the recipient asks you, "What are these flowers for?" or "What did I do to deserve them?" Even if he or she asks, "What did you do?" simply reply with a smile, "These flowers are just because I think you are special," or "just because I love you."